Well. The NBA Finals is set. Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat Thursday on ABC. Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion, man. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Game 7 in the Garden was decided last night, man, as the Miami Heat remained calm after blowing a 3-0 deficit, man, to the Boston Celtics and ended the game in dominant fashion. I mean, a 20-point victory in a Game 7 in a closeout game on the opponent's home court in front of the crazy fans and just everything is just, man, it played into the favor of the Miami Heat, man. Shout out to Caleb Martin, undrafted, as you know, most of the Miami Heat roster is. I mean, he put on a show. Actually, the whole series he has put on a show. Bucket after bucket after bucket. Big time buckets he made, throughout the game, man, that kept them afloat, took the lead, and made clutch shots towards the end of the game. That was big time. Of course, Jimmy Buckets was Jimmy Buckets, and Jimmy Buckets got the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals, which I'm not mad about. But when I think about the level of consistent play throughout the series, I think Caleb Martin should have definitely won that Eastern Conference MVP trophy because he just was consistent. Like when Jimmy struggled and went 5 for 21 in one game, Caleb was there. When Jimmy was like 5 for 13 one game, Caleb was there. 5 for 10 for one game, Butler, Caleb was there. He dropped like 15 points or better every single game, you know what I mean? Besides one. So I think they did say that he got 4 votes out of the 9. So that's letting, me know that he was definitely considered. But not mad at all. Happy for Jimmy Butler winning the Eastern Conference MVP, as well as getting his team to another NBA Finals. The Miami Heat is a well-established organization led by Pat Riley, and then you got Coach Spo, who's a heck of a coach as well. Yeah, man. Boston let their home fans down, let the city down, to have that super talented roster that they have, the 2 dynamic players that they have. Jason Tatum tweaked that ankle the first play of the game. I mean, and he obviously wasn't the same throughout the game. We battled through, got to give him kudos for that, but at the same time, he wasn't effective, which meant that his sidekick, Jaylen Brown had to take on that responsibility. I seen the press conference from Jaylen Brown last night, and he definitely, said he put it all on him, man. I mean, obviously, JT was compromised, and he felt as though, JB felt as though that he needed to shoulder the load, and he just wasn't able to shoulder that load. I mean, he turned the ball off over 8 times. He shot poorly from the field. Boston, I mean, that's their style of play, shooting a lot of 3-point shots. They just wasn't falling. I mean, Dirk White, he did ball out. He played great, and hit some nice shots. And when he realized that the 3 wasn't falling, he was probably the only one that was really penetrating to the basket, trying to, get some twos or draw fouls, which he did pretty well and effectively. But in all, it was a good way to battle back, but there's no moral victories in defeat in my book. I mean, yeah, you came back from 3-0, but you got to finish that off, especially when it's on your home court. But that's why it's hard And it hasn't even happened in NBA history as far as the team coming back from 3-0. Because it's really hard to beat a team 4 straight times. I mean, the same team 4 straight times, it's really hard to do. So shout out again to the Miami Heat for reaching the NBA Finals. Now, I did a video about a week ago because I already just pretty much cemented the finals, as far as Denver and Miami go. You look at Denver coming in, man, they've been resting, man. At least about 10, 11, 12 days of rest, leading up to game time versus a team that has pretty much walked their way through history. You talking about taking out the number 1 team and Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. We have another series where you take down the reigning and the MVP of the league and Joel Embiid, and then you go Game 7 with JT and JB and the Boston Celtics. So it's been a historical run for the Miami Heat. I think that run ends in this NBA Finals as I pick the Denver Nuggets in 6 to beat the Miami Heat in this year's NBA Finals. But like I said, man, shouts out to the Miami Heat, man. I mean, if anybody can pull this off, they can, because they have proven it. But I think those tough series that they had, even though they beat the Bucks, 4-1, all those games were tough against Joel Embiid, which Philly had them, actually. That was a tough series, and obviously this Game 7 was obviously a tough series in general as well. While Denver has basically trampled their competition in the West. I look forward to seeing the matchup between Jokic and Bam. I'm looking forward to see what Bam does on the offensive end. I'm also looking forward to the pick and roll game and the zone that Miami runs to see how they can try to alter, the firepower of the Denver Nuggets. I think this series, of course, the stars going to be the stars, but the role players will play a significant role in this here finals. And I just think the Denver Nuggets have more firepower, man. They've been doing it all year at a high elite level. You're going to the Mile High City in that altitude. I mean, Miami, no one gives them a chance as far as throughout this playoffs. They have proven everybody wrong. And I think they're going to come in motivated because, once again, they're the underdogs. And they taking on that underdog mentality, and, they just putting every team that they play on notice. So I think it's going to be a fun, exciting series. A lot of great games to come. Winding down to the NBA season and starting to pick back up towards the NFL season. Hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Who y'all got? What's y'all predictions? Who's the player to watch in the series, man? Let your boy know. It's Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. And I'm out. Till the next time.